this should work now. Well, hello, this is Inex, and as you can see on the date on the bottom right, it has just been over a year, actually a little less, that I started playing this game, Genshin Impact. And I thought, why not have a little walkthrough on how far I got free to play? So let's start with Ember here. She was obviously my first character. She's the first one you encounter. She's sitting at level 55, C0, and talents 322. I don't use her much, but I want to build her a little for at least co-op purposes. So yeah, that's her. Next up, the OG husband, Kaya. He's at 688. At C3, I bought one of his constellations from the shop and was lucky enough to get 2 more drops from the standard Brenner. He occasionally gets some playtime in domains mainly, and I occasionally bring him down to the abyss. But yeah, he's a little neglected, not gonna lie. Alright, next up, Lisa. Both her and Kaya are actually at level 81. She's also C3, and it's actually the only reason she's at level 81, because I kept getting constellations for her. Currently I'm using her just for fun in an XP grinding team, but yeah, she's okay. I'm looking forward to her skin. She's sitting at 699. No, 669. And the 9 is because of her constellation. Next up is actually not Noel, but Toma. I spent some wishes on the standard Brenner. He was my first character that I got via gacha, and he's actually at C5 right now. I've started building him again recently because of Scaramouche, because he would be an okay support for him, I figured. So yeah, that's him. And his talents are at 5, 10 and 9, 2 of which are obviously boosted by his constellations. Then we have Noelle. She's currently at level 80. I've started raising her, and she will get, along with Toma, some focus in the upcoming months, because she has like no artifacts of her own. But I want to give her some love. She's at 667. And yeah, I'm a little sad that I got neither Scaramouche's Bell or the Red Horn, because she would wreck you know what with that. Yeah. Next up is Ningguang. She's at level 69 right now. I've only recently dusted her off because I just want to have some fun with Geo characters, you know. They don't get much love, and I don't really use anyone apart from Gramps or lately Noelle. So yeah, she's sitting at 646. And yeah, I'm currently farming some domains, but it's a work in progress, as you may have guessed. Next up is Shinchu, who is like a staple character in all of my teams that need to do some heavy lifting. He was my only Hydro character for a long time, and even once I got Mona, she didn't click with me, so yeah, I never really stopped using him, and it's only recently that I got some other options. But he's fun. So yeah, currently at 688. And next up is Feifei. She was such a change of pace after Amber. I used her for a long time, maybe until I got Klee in summer. Yeah, She's currently at 696 due to her constellations. I think she's at C4 or C3, I'm not sure actually. Oh, I recently got 4, I remember that. She has a shield now, technically speaking. So yeah, that's Vivi. I stole all of her artifacts. She just keeps others' stuff around right now. But I wanna dust her off eventually, because she's really fun. Then, next up, we got Barbara as a gift.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't use her much. I already had Noelle, I already had Xingqiu, so she didn't really bring anything new to the table, apart from like a little hierarchy and stats, but yeah, the upgrade materials, I just didn't want to farm them. She's currently at level 60? Yeah, 60, I believe. Her talents are at 447 due to her constellations.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my
But yeah,
big sister.
I'm considering to keep her this low level for co-op purposes at low levels. Yeah. Ultimately, I wanted to take all of my characters to 666, but it's a little boring when you land in a AR-30 world and just wreck everything. So yeah, she likely stay a little support. Next up is, where's your boy? There's your boy, Bennett. He's at level 65 right now and is in a similar situation as Barbara. After Yanfei, I didn't really need another pyro to build simultaneously. And he was dusting in my repertoire along with Xianling.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Both of them are level 65 and they don't really see much use. I know they are OP, it just, they happen to come at the wrong time and at the wrong place. He's 476, with the 7 being a constellation. Alright, it's time for our first 5-star, Zhongli, the reason why I never learned to dodge in this game. Yeah. He joined me literally 20 minutes before his banner ended. With the very last wish, I had to literally sit down at the Good Hunter with him. So yeah, that was exciting. It was also the only day I didn't do my dailies because I left my laptop.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share?
And I hadn't had a phone that can run the game yet at the time, so that's a little story for you. He's at 999, and today we'll do a little something for him. He's also the only one who has his signature weapon. And we'll also upgrade that one to Almighty today. So yeah, fun. Next up, Kitty Cat, Diona, where are you? There you are. She was my first C6 unit thanks to the Tainari banner where I didn't get Tainari, so I'm holding out for him. Yeah, I didn't use archers like at all until I got her and Fischl to C6 during that fateful time. But yeah, I figured out how to work around them and not liking to aim. They are basically skill based, so yeah. If you don't like archers, use them as supports. She's at 599, level 80, I believe, or 71, one of the two, probably. And yeah, the 2 9s are from her constellations. Next up is your girl Zhangling. I'm not sure if I got her from the Abyss first or as a drop. It may have been on the same day, but you know what? That's that. She's actually on a team with Lisa, Bennett, and I believe Ito right now. They are just an XP grinding team for whenever I need the XP from like a ley line, and then switch in the friendship team for the friendship points. I know, OP, we've been over this. She's at 546. And yeah, I keep switching her and Thomas' weapon around. They have this event weapon from Bang Laser Fest. So yeah, sharing is caring, people. Next up is Meine Fräulein Fischl.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For
Yeah, as you
Fischl,
can see,
and the
I have
Prinzessin
this
der
skin from the event. Yeah, I honestly forget what she looks like, so it's always a surprise in co-op. She's at the same level as Diona, and her talents are 3, 11, and 8. Also C6. She's my only one. Toma is the closest with his 5. Everybody else is at 3, 4, or it's not worth mentioning. Yeah, she's pretty fun as a turret.
I created another universe and founded
try
paradise.
physical Fischl
For
one of these
Fischl,
days.
and the Prinzessin der
Yes. Alright. Next up, Beta. I've started upgrading her in the past 2-3 months. She's at 61, level 61 right now. Talents 455. I've been neglecting her talents because everybody wants those damn gold books. So yeah, it's she's on one of
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
But yeah, I wanna mess around with characters that can parry in the future. So that's it. Next up is Le Old Kujo Sara. Where are you? There you are. She's at level 51. I don't use her. It was still my no archers period. I don't even know how to use her. She's at, I believe, C1. And her talents are 3, 4, 3. She was sitting in the level 40 jail for a long time. But yeah, I wanna mess around with her eventually too. Especially because it's time for A and Shogun. I run her as a support, not gonna lie. I didn't really build her for personal damage, and maybe once I get Sarah on the case, we can test that one out. She's at level 80, 688. And yeah, I use her for her passive support damage mostly. Although I've learned to pop her ult every now and then by now. She should get some love today, so look forward to that. Next up is your girl. Where is your girl? She's so hard to miss. Where is she? Xinyan. Yeah. She's level 80. I actually play her quite a lot. I take her to Abyss, Longrange Shicho, so we get both shields and healing. She pops those seeds too, so yeah. She's at 666. And yeah, I wanna upgrade her a little bit more. She would need her own weapon too, though, because right now I'm passing along the same weapons between her, Noelle, and Ito, so it can get complicated. I always have to double check before I take somebody down to the abyss because of that. Alright. Next up is Mona. She is... I'm not sure what her level is, but she's obviously past level 70 because her talents are 767. I don't actually know why I know I messed around with her once they fixed the special animation for her running, and I didn't get stuck on every pebble. But yeah, I understand the principle, how to use her. It just hasn't clicked with me much, and she's also not built. I don't have the artifacts, so yeah, it's unfortunate, but she's on the sidelines for now. Then next one is a little lady called Yunjin. I wanna build her, especially because I low-key wanna do a physical Zhongli build. He's hovering on that now anyway. And yeah, she buffs like normal attacks as far as I know. So yeah, that's one. I just don't want to farm the wolf. Anyhow, she's at 445. And is having a lot of fun apparently. Yeah. Next up is the tone deaf bard Venti. I just like having icons. They are like Pokemon collectibles. Despite of it, I usually take him down to the abyss, but nowhere else, honestly. Sometimes I use him in co-op to get people easier to someplace. Yeah, it could be fun. If I get that one weapon where you can play physical Venti, I might mess around with that, but for the time being, he's at 666, and he may stay at that for a while longer. Next up is another anime unit, Sayu. I just didn't really need her at the time, and she's still at level 41, talent levels 222. I'm not sure when and if I will ever use her, but I like having variety in my team and options, so maybe she will be busted out of jail soon? Question mark. Another one who may get busted out of jail is Yaboya Reza. I was sent him like a month or two ago. He's at 322 talent-wise. I just really don't like farming that domain, if you know what I mean. But yeah, physical Razor sounds fun, and I kinda got his kit down by now. He was on a 115 for a while. It's always fun to run around in a level 8 world with severely underleveled characters. Unfortunately, they are no good for timed quests, so yeah. Anyhow, that's Razor. Next up is somebody I use a lot. Rosie. She's at 6, 10, 7 right now with a constellation 10. And yeah, I frequently bring her to domains in the abyss. I even use her in the overworld. She's just fun. I really like her gap closing ability. I need to be careful though, because if I use her ult right after Zhongli's, it tends to land on top of the pillar, hitting absolutely jack. So yeah, if you didn't know, I know to be careful with that. Next up is Ito. So I didn't need him, but I wanted him because of his voice alone. But he turned out to be really fun to just whack stuff with, so it's a win, no matter how you see it. Yeah. I don't really have an actual build for him. I never went down to that one domain that gives you the where Scar was dumped by I never went into that building. So for Noel and him, I should absolutely just take that step. Kate, please. Anyhow, he's sitting at 767. And once I big heart and farm some more of that gosh darn wolf, he might get to level 80 plus. Right now he's at 75. But yeah, he's just here to have a good time. Then I got Shinobu. She's also a stable character, especially for the overworld and domains for me. That application and healing is just nuts. She's only half built, she has a head and a cap, and that's about it. Because my melee pieces are trash. Regardless, she's at 5, 9, 6. She's, I believe, C3 or C4. So yeah, that 9 is from her constellations. She's at level 75 right now. And I want to build her because she's just so universally useful, really, that stuff happens. Next up is the good boy, Goro. He's at level 50 or 60, I think 60 because his talents are 444. And yeah, he's not built like at all. I want him on that physical zombie build. Kinda need him too. I don't know who else to bring though. So yeah, eventually I might do something with him. It's just hanging in the air. Next I got a Heizo who's C3 right now, I believe. I got to end up completely. He's at 695. He was in my overworld team for a while and he was really fun, but I never really got any further with that. Yeah, he needs some love. One Punch Man needs to become One Punch Man eventually. I've long stole all his artifacts. And this was the time around which the Kazuha banner came out. But that was when I first got my first Chi-Chi. Level here. She's at 787 right now, level 81. And when I pulled her, I told her to tell the Windy Boy and the Bernie Girl that I was looking for them, and God did she deliver. Within like 8 wishes, Kazuha came home. He's also a staple character whenever I need some muscle. He's at 788, also level 81, because I decided that him, Chi-Chi, and Klee, wing wing, should be ascended and loved together, because all of them came home within 15 wishes. So 15 wishes after Chi-Chi, as the 15th, came Klee.
Bombs.
I was so happy, man. I didn't think my single pulse that I was churning out after Chi-Chi would be worth anything, but I got lucky. Klee is my biggest damage dealer, I'm pretty sure, actually, because even without buff she does anything from 12 to 23k with her charged attacks, which is low-key nuts. My best cap is easily on her. It's Pyro. It has attack. It has a bunch of crit chance and crit damage. I think it's... What do you people call that? Crit value is around 35. So yeah, it's a pretty good piece. I forget what the last stat is. Either one roll of EM or energy recharge. So yeah, she's also at 81. I want to max her auto attack, but I've been focusing on other things, so not today, unfortunately. I don't have the books. Also, to hell with that domain, once again. She's at 877 and soonish to be 1077.
Bombs. So heavy.
Next up, we got the Sumer update, and with it came Kali. She is level 70, was 566 for the longest time, but while farming for Scaramouche, I got her to 666. I don't play with her that much. Sometimes I take her down to the abyss for fun, or when I need Denjo, and I already have Nahida on another team. But yeah, her artifacts were stolen by Scaramouche, so I had to rebuild all, but both of them have a decent build right now, so things turned out fine. Next up is Nahida. No. Was it? Was it Nahida? I feel like I'm missing something here. I really feel like I'm missing something here. It looks like it was Nahida. Yes, it was Nahida. It was another thing. Yeah, I know what I'm mixing it up with. Never mind. So yeah, after that catastrophic Tinary pulling sequence where I got both Visual and Diana to C6 and I started actually playing them, I decided, okay, I will wait out Nahida, and I did. I didn't pull for like 2 months straight, as you can see. Milu and Sino, untouched. Yeah, she's a Pokemon. Gotta say for the Pokemon. And yeah, anyhow, she's at 688, and I may get her to another level. Probably not today because I need to ascend her, but I will ascend her within a couple of minutes. Next up is Candace. I got lucky on the standard banner and got one of the new characters. She's at level 70. I'm slowly building her. She's at 666 and I know that she only really becomes like super useful at her full potential. So I'm hoping for at least a C2 soonish. We'll see how that goes. And yeah. Along with her came this dude, Diluc. He's in like one of my Overlord teams for friendship. He's at level 60, talent is 444. I don't know if I want to use him. He might stay with Barbara at level 60 for co-op purposes. They complement each other pretty well anyhow. But yeah, I low-key want his skin. I low-key want his skin, but I'm still free to play and yeah, we'll see. Then we got a Dory from an event, so it wasn't such a catastrophe that I didn't go for on those banners because I got both banners and Dory right after. She's at level 41, talents 222. Considering to keeping her low level 2 and keep her for fun, co-op shenanigans only. But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about with her. So next up is Layla. So while the child banner was on, I was like, I will pull a couple, maybe get Layla, hopefully, and then stop because I really wanted Scaramouche, aka Wanderer. I got lucky. My first 10 pull got me a Layla and a Jean, actually. So I have both Layla and Jean raised simultaneously. They are at level 40 something. I'm considering keeping Jean at level 50 also for co-op purposes. And yeah, they are both 222. And we'll see where the wind takes them from here. And I was really considering getting a C1 Layla maybe, but I also didn't wanna, waste the free Scaramouche ticket I got from Child. But then I did a temple, and guess what? Mr. Tortilla here said, if you insist, then join the party. He was a long-term goal because he's like a meme with a punchable face. But it turned out he's actually really fun to play. So at the moment he's at level 80. Talent 788. He's my immortal blender trademark. I have him on the gambler set with Nahida, Cookie, and Chi-Chi, and yeah. Although Chi-Chi has been replaced with a work in progress, you will see soon-ish because we are getting close to the end. So yeah, right now I am very close, by the way, on weapon pity on one of the guaranteed weapons because I pulled a spine last time and I'm at 50 pity. So I will either get Homa or Aqua Simulacra really soon, and if I get the bow, guess who gets it? Yeah, my little trash boy. Next up, I got the Farzan pretty early on the Scar banner, which I was sweating on because I didn't have him guaranteed. But yeah, she's at level 50 or 60. I'm not sure. She's at 244, so probably 60. And yeah, her ult should be really useful for anyone with animal abilities, so I didn't know when I would raise her, but apparently pretty soon. It's just she shares materials with Candace, so it might take a while to get both of them to level 80. Then I got lucky. I won my 50-50 and got my trouble boy skirmish. He has his own cup by now, but yeah, Collie's set is still on him, so he has an ult boost and a TEM, which he doesn't really need, but the stats are pretty nice. So if he steals his mom's head, he has 60 plus crit rate and 170-ish crit damage, which is as good of a stuff you can get. Yeah. Eventually I will replace at least the EM set, but I don't know when. From this new domain I have a banger, flower, and a good fighter, but everything else is just poopsie. So yeah, we'll see. Alright. Then we have this new patch. I picked Yao Yao. I picked Yao Yao because I was torn between her and the C2 Xinyan. But I got a C2 Xinyan from Standard at random, so I was like, okay, let's pick Yao Yao and... Actually, no, yeah. This is an interesting story, more interesting than I'm making it out to be. So, I got a C2 Xinyan from the Standard banner. I got a Yao Yao on my first tempo, and I'm not risking pulling again until he checks out. So yeah, she's here. She's at level 20 something. I will keep her low. I've decided this. She will be a low level co-op partner. Obviously her talents are at 111. And yeah, she might still wreck stuff if I equip her with endgame gear. But yeah. Little Yao has arrived. And so has my main character. Last but not least, we have Changyan, who refused to come home all year long, and the only reason I have it now is because I could pick him from a list. And I was really tempted to keep the meme going with me being poor Yin and him being poor Yang. What is the other way now? I don't know right now. But yeah, I picked him because I got both other things from the banners I was considering, so yeah. He's also at 111. I want to race him because he's the one who low-key replaced Chi-Chi on the child team. He may not provide healing, but his freeze is much more consistent. So yeah, these are my characters. I'm holding out for Hu Tao, and if I may lose the 50-50, then I'm hoping for either a Kuching or a Tainari. So yeah, that's that. These are my characters, and now let's go for the little celebration of having played this game for a year. Yeah, this is not an actual team. These are just my children, my son-in-law, and my husband. You know, fun stuff. But let's do the stuff I've been planning. First of all, the most expensive part of this, and I sure hope I have all the money in the world to do the bare minimum of what I've prepared for. This is the first time I'm touching crowns, by the way. There we go. And one more. Boom. You're welcome, honey. I don't actually use Zhongli much nowadays, only in the Abyss, but he deserves it. Now, actually this is a pretty okay team setup right now because... Oh, I'm missing something. We'll get back to you, honey. And you too. And you too. Okay, never mind. I want to raise these two. But we also want to raise Mama. I have had these storm beats for like half a year now. So let's do it.
The profoundest of the profound is the Muso no Hitotachi.
I will listen to you later. But thank you. Okay, and if you're already here, I have a bunch of these saved up. So let's get you to 81, just to show that you've been ascended. And let's go into town, I guess. And create some stuff so we can continue with my little celebration. We will need 2 of those. We may not have a bunch of these, but we can make do. I'm not expecting a new anime character anytime soon, so let's do this. Let's do that. And I think I had one more of... Yes, I got one of these dropped by boss, which I won't need anytime soon. I hope... Does it cost a lot? No, okay. It's actually free on the house. Then we'll need some of this dust. Where is the dust? Huh? Apparently here. I have a lot. I don't even need stickers in the case. Alright. Ascend! Ascend! Wow! Before you say anything, I will have you to stay silent for a little longer. Thank you, honey. Alright. She's so close to 1000 EM. It's maddening. I didn't transform those. Jeez. I could say I swear I came prepared, but I obviously didn't come prepared. Do I even have enough? Sucrose, it's time for you to shine. This is not enough by any stretch of the imagination. I will have to finish this after recording. Gosh darn it. However, there is one more person I wanted to send here. And it's you, Rosaria. Here you go.
I'm no stranger to spilling blood, but never have I possessed such power before.
Yes, we'll make you stronger. And you too get a little upgrade here to show off your power. Yeah, I kind of messed up here, didn't I? Anyhow, is there something I can upgrade here? No, I need more unless I upgrade her normal attack. But yeah,
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
so yeah, I forgot to farm for those, because I usually have so many of everything, because I reflexively pick up everything and anything in my way. Apparently, oh, I know where I messed up. The Shogun also needed the same kind of material. Oh well, yeah, never mind. Stuff happens. Let's just take a seat here. Listen to the storyteller, and yeah. I can't zoom in anymore. Do I? No, I can. It's just audio. So let's not. Anyhow, thanks for watching, being here, and I may invest in volcanoes and Bell Pass soon to celebrate, because after all, I have had a lot of fun with this game, and yeah, might as well support it.
Osmanthus wine tastes